For your young adults, sorry. We can take a second to do this, come on. Mr. Rivera is still here. Where's he at? I know he's still here. Mr. Tisdale, what, they go to the bar already? Well, give it up for our chair of our department, Miss Tien. And the director of the Straight Ahead Combo, and also our co-director with the middle school ensemble, Miss Phillips. Where's everybody else? Where'd they go? Where are they at? Well, give it up for Mr. T and for Mr. Rivera. Come on, give it up for them. I'm in trouble. All right, are we ready? How we doing? Can we just get a line check on the violin? So, violin 3 now could come down a little. Good? You good? All right. One thing that I want to recognize is that this band has been really working hard. When we went and did Reno, we did a completely different set of music than what you're going to see tonight. And so, I mean, we're talking like, that's major accomplishment for this ensemble to learn such an enormous amount of repertoire. And we also played at the Circle Show. How many went to the Circle Show? That was incredible. If you missed it, oh man, you missed it. It was an amazing performance. And this group got to play. That was amazing. We were really grateful to be up there, play the Fox Theater. How many students, high school students, can say they played the Fox? I mean, hello. Or Yoshi's, that's right. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna start with a tune by Chucho Valdez. This is an amazing tune. This is gonna feature something really special that I don't know if we've ever done this. This is gonna have a very special father and son feature right here on stage. Here we go. On the violin. You also heard from Marcus on the vibes. Vivo on the trombone. And of course, MJ and John Santo. So we're going to actually continue with one of Mr. Santos's original composition. And so, I thought it'd be only fitting that he introduced this song.
Okay, this is a song also that we recorded about 20 years ago in a band. It's called Ritmatico, which means rhythmatic. And it's a tribute to the great Tito Puente. Tito was a person who brought these Latin percussion instruments, timbales, conga, and bongo, from the back of the orchestra to the front. He really featured the instruments, and he made several tunes, several compositions that had names like Timombo, meaning Tito, Mongo, and Willy Bobo, Timombo. And he had Tichican for Tito, Chino Pozo, and Candido Camero. So this one doesn't have a name like that, but it's that style of a piece to feature the percussionist, Ritmatico. Woo!
All right. Was that fantastic? Oh man, so many great solos here. I'm gonna forget if I don't have my sheet here. Oh, give it up for Tommy and Collie on the saxophone. Hey! You also heard Nico Quayle on the violin. I want to give a shout out to all of our amazing percussionists and drummers extraordinaire. On that one you heard Big Dang. Also heard Luca on the bongo. And you heard Aiko on the congas. And you heard Joaquin on the timbales. So much fun. We are going to continue with something that is really a special treat. I alluded it to in our email I sent out, but we have this is a first for me. We actually are going to feature a composition by one of our alumni students. How about that? Does that sound like amazing? Come on, man. This is a tune written by Hannah Meyer. Hannah, are you here? Where are you at? Everybody give it a round of applause for Hannah Meyer. Hannah graduated my first year here, class of 2020, and right when the world shut down. That was interesting, right? But it was an amazing class, amazing student, amazing pianist, amazing composer. This is a beautiful tune, and we're honored to feature it. Thank you, Hannah. This is a composition called 19th and Telegraph. Anybody know where that is? Meyer. Give it up for her. It was a beautiful composition. So we got a couple more for you. We are going to continue with another one of Mr. Santos' compositions. And again, I'm going to give him an opportunity to tell you about it because I can't do it as well as you.
This is a piece we also recorded about 20 years ago. And it's called Israel y Aristides. And it's dedicated... I'm sorry? Man, you blew my whole flow there, buddy. Anyway, it's dedicated to two giants of Cuban music. One is the great bassist Israel Lopez, known as Cachao. Cachao was a master bassist who held down the first chair in the Havana Symphony in the 40s while he played with the most popular charanga dance band called Arcaño y sus Maravillas in the 40s. And then Aristides is for Aristides Soto, better known as Tata Wines, one of the great conga drummers who changed the technique and the concept of how we play the tumbadora, the conga drums these days. So it's dedicated to those two masters, Aristides Soto and Israel Lopez. So Israel Lopez, one of the things that he was important and famous for was he was an inventor of the danzón mambo. You guys have heard of the mambo. He's one of the inventors of the mambo and applying a Congolese element to a style of music that comes from the 19th century. So you're going to hear these pieces, parts of this piece that sound very classical, very colonial. It has that vibe to it, and it was danced like that with people walking arm in arm in their fine clothes and the woman with a fan and that kind of a vibe. But when the mambo section happens, I won't have to point it out to you. It's got a little more Congo. It's got some African sensuality. And then there's also a rhythm in here called abacua, which is another amazing Cuban thing that exists in Cuba only outside of Africa. It came to Cuba around 1830s from the Efik Calabar region between Calabar and Nigeria. And Cuba's the only place where it took root. So there's a tradition of abacua in Cuba. So it has abacua rhythm, rumba, danzón, and mambo. We hope you like it.
Wow. What a beautiful composition. Give it up for John Santos, please.